Hi all, welcome back. My name is Jay. This is Aussie Backyard Harvest. Today we're going to try and make some seedling pots out of A4 paper and a paper towel tube. As you can see, got a couple of pieces of A4 paper here cut in half, the inside tube of some paper towel, and some worm casting and garden soil mixture that I'm going to be using for the seeds. Got a line on the paper towel tube roll. This is to try and keep the pots at roughly the same size. What I do is wrap the paper around the tube, push the bottom up inside, use it like a bit of a shovel, scoop it up, and then leave the soil or the mixture in the paper pot and remove the tube. I like the idea. There's a few things that I'd change, and we'll go through those as the video goes on. You can see that it works quite well. Tap it in loosely, pop it down on the seed tray, and then continue on. I think we'll get quite a few done quickly here while we talk about it. The problem that I had is the tube that I'm using to hold the pots in shape started getting wet and it started sticking to the paper. Next time I'll definitely use a piece of PVC and maybe even try and make a little plunger or something to push it all the way through. It just gets a little bit hard to get them to release from each other. And you'll see shortly that I actually stopped putting the soil in while I'm using the cardboard. I shape it on the cardboard, then take it off and fill it by hand. Now that I've slowed the video down again, and you can see as I shape this pot that it really is getting a lot harder to get these pots to come off the cardboard. They still hold their shape quite well. You can still fill them up, and we can continue on. While we're watching this one and how much of a struggle it is, talk about the mixture a little bit. It's half worm castings and half garden soil that I've sieved together, mixed up, and I'm just trying it for seeds. I haven't done it before. I generally use commercial seed mix, but the plan is to try and do things more at home, use the stuff that I have, get it all to work without having to go commercial for everything. I hadn't actually planned on doing seeds at all this year, but when we were down at Bunnings, which is a local hardware store, we got some seedlings and decided to have a look at the seeds. We got some that didn't seem too hard to start. So I've come home unprepared. This is what I had lying around. So I've given it a go. Not sure if you noticed, but I actually just ripped the top off the cardboard tube. It was getting extra soft. I couldn't even really hold it in my hands properly. So we've taken the top off, continuing to use it. It's getting a lot harder than it was at the start. If you got any tips that you think might work, let us know. We might be able to try them out in another video. There's so many tips and tricks that I'm sure I'm going to learn from all you guys commenting. As you can see here, I'm just changing over to the other half of that tube. It got too soft, the end was folding in, I couldn't even get it to come off. I didn't have a line on the next one, but I wanted to keep recording, so I'm just sort of having a guess at the size of the pots. Some of them are a little smaller, some of them are a little bigger, but overall the pot size does seem pretty consistent, so I think I'll use the line on the piece of PVC when I make that jig up. The worms that I have are African night crawlers. I keep them indoors and I'm trying to start a breeding colony to be able to sell them. There's actually, you can see a little one here, tiny little baby African night crawler. I'm not too worried though. I kept all the big ones out of the mix. So this one can just get thrown into a pot and we'll continue on. We're just coming into spring now in southeast Queensland. So if we can get these seeds out into the garden in the coming weeks and run a second lot of seeds, we should be able to continue the harvest a bit longer. If you're wanting to see the second run around of the seeds or anything else that we're doing here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. We are just a brand new channel. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to show you guys more of what we're doing at our place.